I mean, I made a ridiculous movie, and that was just hard because I was just like for 6 months wanted to not have a body anymore. That was not the most fun, yeah. Fincher does that. That's a part of his process, but I was so little. At that point, I just didn't really understand that that was bizarre, that was not normal. Yeah, it's funny. It's like, it's hard to do, but I completely understand that approach. As long as you're not being abusive and crazy and everyone's like down, it's okay. Diana Spencer.
Do you want to be the queen, soldier? I'll be your mum. That's my job.
I think maybe because the feeling like the sort of loss of her is never going to go away, because the tragedy of her life is something that I just feel really close to in a way that admittedly bizarre, because we just made a movie and obviously no one who worked on that movie ever met her. But for many months, even now, like there are just certain triggers and things where I think about her, and I don't have that with characters that I've played because I don't feel sad when I think about them. David has assertive tenderness, and his movies can be so confronting that it was actually kind of surprising for me to meet such a gentle man.
Do you think you would ever let me be a part of your show? Just because I would love to.
And he only does 1 or 2 takes. I mean, everyone's first instinct is always what excites him most. And I think the combination of having such a precise script and just the ability to sort of alchemize a group of people. Again, there's no way to like learn that. That's a lesson that you know, we always try to do that, I guess, but he's so good at it. It always feels like you can make no mistakes with him. And every time you do it, he finds it funny and is actually his favorite part of the scene. Sally Hawkins. I mean, we were making a quite serious film, and we were idiots. We just could not stop laughing together. And I think that probably was because she's the only kind of solace in the film for Diana, and they're really good friends, but we just were being so stupid. Just just could not stop. Jesse Eisenberg makes me want to pee in my pants. Yeah, I think maybe Jesse and Sally take the cake at this point. Well, I mean, we were in Athens for this, and I had never been there. I was kind of blown away by how stunning that place is. When we did Personal Shopper, we went to Oman. It felt like suddenly we were on Mars. There's always something weirdly spiritual about arid land, like the desert, anything, sort of like large, expansive areas, like of untouched, ancient rock. And kind of being there with the crew at the end of that experience was oddly cathartic. The hardest set I've ever, like the most challenging, difficult. I mean, I made a ridiculous movie called Underwater once, and that was just hard because I was just like for 6 months wanted to not have a body anymore. That was not the most fun, yeah. I recently worked with Steven Yeun. I could do anything and he'd be responsive. I could throw him anything and he just moved me so much. It's always the best when you work with someone who feels like they can inhabit the space and the character, but also feel present as a human being. And there are only a few actors that actually do that. Viggo is one, Leia is one, Steven, Sally. There are, you know, a few. She's one of my favorite directors of all time. To find the drama in sort of diminished regularity, it's so crushing. It is so much more crushing than watching someone face a mountain of adversity and coming out on top, like, because it just feels so close to you, and I love her. I think I always specify when we say the words exactly, because it's rare. Okay, so with Olivier, his scripts are written very precisely, but I literally learn the lines and forget them, and I have no idea what's coming out of my mouth. I can say anything I want. Yet I've played an American in foreign environments, and he is incredibly French. And so he's like, dude, you should just say whatever you think you should say, and just sort of hold on to the meaning of the screenplay. And with him, I feel a freedom that I've never really felt with anyone else. You think if you arouse their pity, they'll back off. Sometimes improv can just sort of go off the rails and become like word salad because actors feel like they have to do it if they've been asked to do it, and then you sort of think of random stuff, and sometimes one line will pop out and it's not in the script and you just go like, wow, that really made it, and you're like, I'm a writer. But yeah, typically you say the lines.